President Biden declares America is back. His virtual address to world leaders today, it comes just a day after the White House says it is ready to return to the table for nuclear talks with Iran. And joining us tonight to break down this is national security expert J.J. Green. J.J., appreciate your time on a Friday night. So America is back. The Transatlantic Alliance is back. That was the headline of the president's speech today. What was your takeaway from the G-7?
Well, the world leaders recognize that there are a lot of big challenges on the stage, Marnie. There's Russia, there's China, there's North Korea with nuclear weapons. There's the internet, how to regulate it. There's also an emerging and evolving pandemic. They recognize that there are these problems that are out there that are going to have to be dealt with in some way. And generally speaking, they recognize as well that this was both a new beginning and it was back to normal because they were seeing the U.S. that they had gotten used to for 70 years and a world leader from the U.S. That had answers and plans that included them. So they were happy to see all that. But it's also important to note that looking at this situation, they're not all going to agree on everything that the U.S. wants to happen. And China is a good example of that. The U.S. is a bit estranged from China for a number of different reasons, but there are some in the NATO and the alliance group that are trying to cozy up to China. So it's not all about everybody being on the exact same page right now, but it's a new beginning and it's kind of back to normal, which is settling for many of those in the NATO and alliance group.
And J.J., President Biden wasting no time rolling back the clock on nuclear negotiations with Iran, offering to restart those talks. How do you think that will be received with Tehran?
Well, it looks as though Tehran is they're open to this, obviously, because, let's face it, they don't want the tension that they've had with the U.S. for the last 4 years any more than the U.S. does at this point. Iran recognizes as well that it lost one of its top military leaders in Qasem Soleimani during the assassination. But it realizes as well that this is a new regime, and if they want to move forward, they're going to have to work with the U.S. And so this is an opportunity to get some of the pressure off of them from the world. And of course, there are people at home that are pressuring Iran as well to go back to the JCPO, the nuclear deal table as well.
J.J., critics of the Biden administration plan have expressed some concerns that restarting these nuclear talks won't lead to any substantive change or any policy changes moving forward. What are the risks? Is this an appeasement to Iran? What lies ahead?
Well, look, Marnie, here's the deal. The U.S. and Iran, the temperature is very high. And President Biden and I think a lot of national security leaders in the U.S. want to lower the temperature with Iran because we know that some of Iran's proxies are taking pot shots at U.S. troops in Iraq and in other places. Let's not forget, Iran some years ago hatched a plot to assassinate an ambassador here in Washington, not too far from where I am. So they have a very capable terrorist arm, shall we say, and proxies that are capable of doing those things. So the U.S. wants to kind of eliminate the possibility for that. Now, the cons are there are some U.S. allies that don't want this to happen. In fact, Israel has warned the U.S. against moving forward with this. So, it's got its good side, but it's also got its problems too that could lead to some geopolitical difficulties for the U.S.
A delicate and dangerous balance. J.J. Green, as always, thank you.
Pleasure.